viewers. My name is Andre Reflex, and I'm reporting for Postmusic. I'm here in Croxteth Lodge right now with Ben Jacobs, better known as maverick electronic composer Max Tundra, and he's going to be playing a concert for us here tonight. Whilst he was here, I thought it might be nice to ask him some questions about his music and his life. So Ben. What motivates you to create music? Is it something you do every day?
Well, quite often I'm motivated by stuff that I hate. So if I'm kind of listening to something really amazing, like a Todd Rundgren or an Ariel Pink album, then I'm very happy and satisfied with the world. But then, you know, if you turn on sort of, I don't know if you get Magic FM up here, but it's the scourge of...
You have a similar station.
Yeah, many sort of temp jobs I've done, they've just sort of unimaginatively had the internet radio on that, you know, access to every single possible broadcast around the world, and we've got Magic FM. So there's, you know, things like Michael Bublé on there and stuff, other sort of, you know, hideous things, Coldplay and, you know, all the faves.
Yeah.
And I find when I hear a lot of the music on stations like that, then I'm like, oh my god, right, okay. So now I'm going to do this work. Like it's sometimes it's very hard to sort of motivate myself to do music unless there's kind of a reason to do it.
So you want to make better music than them?
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Which any of you can do. It's very easy.
How important is originality in your music? And do you think the sounds of the past have a place in the music of the future?
I think it's extremely important to be original because when you make an album, it's an immense drain on the, you know, I guess the plastics of the world. And it's like if you're making a disc that's already sounds a lot like, I don't know, the Inspiral Carpets, then perhaps people should buy that original copy of the album Life.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't make a record until you've got something that doesn't sound like it. So I feel it's an immense responsibility to make music that sounds as different to anything else as possible, but I will inevitably kind of rip off stuff that I like, but hopefully only for a few seconds.
Yeah. So the use of pastiche is okay?
Yeah, I don't think... I like to be quite strict with myself, really. I don't like to, you know, obviously rip anything off. And if I'm listening back to a track and it obviously sounds ridiculously like someone, then I might just kind of start it again. And I don't know how many people sort of do that really. I think there's this reluctance to really sort of stick out like a sore thumb and play music that sounds weird yet fun.
Okay, thank you. Your music is at times a little fragmented. Is this a reflection of where you live in London and the busy life around you, or is it just a way to fit in all the different types of music that you like?
Well, when I try and do stuff that doesn't fall into any particular style, which is probably why there's not a great deal of kind of radio play with my music. There's too many sort of, as soon as a musical genre exists, then loads of people just kind of don't deviate from it at all, and that's, you know, someone will invent dubstep, and all the amazing original things in that first ever dubstep record are completely mimicked in every subsequent one. If you don't use certain drum sounds or BPMs or patterns or reverbs, then it's not dubstep, so it's something else. So I try and do stuff that, you know, when people are listening to it, they think, I don't actually know what style of music this is. So, you know, if they're flicking through their copy of the Wire magazine, they don't know whether to turn to out rock or dub or whatever else.
I see.
Because I'm usually not in there.
Now, lyrically, your songs can appear quite honest at times, like you're sort of saying it from the heart. Do you always write from your own personal perspective, or do you sometimes role play?
Well, the thing with lyrics is that they are just one element of what are often very complex arrangements, and a lot of weight is given to them in terms of people listening to records and reviewing them and stuff like that, whereas it's almost just another sort of musical instrument, really. So a lot of the time, I mean, I'll try to avoid cliche in my lyrics and repetition as much as possible, because there's nothing that winds me up more than a sort of semi-good phrase that is then repeated kind of 20 times in a song. So sometimes I'll set out to write a song about a particular topic, something that might have happened in my life, but then I'll kind of cover that subject in the first 3 lines, so the next bit might be about something else.
So you can have more than one topic in one song?
Oh yeah, I usually do. Yeah,
Right.
because sometimes certain situations can be summarised very quickly.
Do you feel it's a release to write about things that are personal to you? Do you feel better after you've written them?
Yeah, I mean, they're all sort of quite opaque, really. There's no obvious bits that are about particular people. There are suggestions and stuff, but I don't like to sort of embarrass people too much, least of all myself.
Now, you've done quite a few remixes, some quite high profile. You've done remix of the Pet Shop Boys.
That's right.
Missy Elliott.
Yep.
Is this something you enjoy?
It's fun. Yeah, I do enjoy it very much. And it's quite fun taking apart a song you really don't like that much and turning it into something that's halfway decent. Those are the big challenges. Again, it's like the thing I said earlier. It's like it's really hard to mess with something that I really love, but then if I hear something that's utterly irredeemable, then I think, right, how can I fix this?
So you prefer to remix stuff that you don't really like necessarily?
Yeah, it's much more fun.
Okay. And lastly, your last album, Parallax Error Beheads You, is a clear progression from your previous work. What can we expect next from Mr. Max Tundra?
Well, that's it. The 3 albums are there.
Okay. But you don't want to say any more about directions?
Probably it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Max Tundra. And a Merry Christmas from Postmusic.